It's really, really important, important etiquette. Only say GG to your opponent if you won, only if they GG you first. Because a lot of people actually consider GGs to be like kind of BM. A lot of people don't like being told GG when they lost. But like, if he GGs me, I'll GG him back. It can be kind of rude. Like, I know it's kind of weird, and I know it's like, maybe it's not most people, but there's at least a good like 20 or 30% of people that will just be pissed off if you GG them and you won. And you can communicate that you're not amongst those people by losing and then GGing. And then they'll GG you back. But don't open GG unless you lost. Always open GG if you lose, unless you don't want to be GG'd. And never open GG if you won. Yeah, it's actually like against etiquette. I'm not making this up for a bit. This is actually like very true. It's like, not everybody will mind, but there's just no reason to do it. If they want to be GG'd, they'll GG you first. I have literally seen table flips and fist fights when a winner GGs his opponents first. You really need to learn etiquette. It's truly, truly important. Like Mago. Take Mago, for example. If you fucking play a ladder game against Mago and you tag him in Discord and GG him, he'll fucking like, he'll just go off on you, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Mind this guy. These are my last results. Don't read into this. So if you really, really want to be Mega Minding, good rock, paper, scissors will tell you the secret to exploitative play. Oops, shit. Did I fuck up? The secret to exploitative play is really, really straightforward. You want to tell your opponent something at the beginning or ask them a question. You want to be like, yo, I'm going to do scissors first. That allows you to get more exploitable plays in. I don't like doing that. I think that's actually kind of a dick move. I think good rock, paper, scissors players will just like kind of learn the opponent's patterns. That's why it's a best of 5. You've got like 3 rounds to learn the opponent's pattern and outgame them. Oh, this guy's good. Dude, that's a good strat, dude. I can't beat that. He just plays paper every time. There's no way. There's no way to beat that. Shit, dude. I'll just describe his decks. I mean, it's all net decks anyway. You guys don't need to see it. So his first deck is Bannerman Rekindler. He's going first, and his second deck is Bannerman Zed. We got a double Bannerman player who's 2-0'd his way into round 3. This is kind of like the problem with this format, by the way. It heavily Conquest incentivizes running decks with similar tables, and Bannerman, it basically is one of the most kind of cancerous ones. So people will like do double Shadow Isles or double Bannermans. He's going first, which makes it a bit more likely he's on Zed. Let's open Ezreal this time. I thought it was no repeat champs. Yeah, but one of them is like Zed aggro and one of them is like Garen midrange, right? Like they're not going to use the same champs because there's 2 different Bannerman decks that are both like top tier.
Round 1, fight.
So this is the full 209 net deck running the original 3 Purify. 3 Purify is, I think, a little outdated, honestly. I don't know if I would go 3. Using it on Zed's Shadow Clone is nice. It's a good bonus. I think part of the reason you ran 3 Purify was to beat out Frostbite on Ezreal, and Frostbite's very, very uncommon right now. So I don't know if I like it anymore. Static Shock feels like it'll get value. You really kind of want something early, but I'll keep 1 Static Shock. I think that's fine. Mystic Shot's great. Being able to beat out like a Cythria, a Brightsteel. You just want to keep the unit count low. If you had Cythria, you would open with it here, no matter what. Every time you'd play it over Tracker, so he has no Cythria. Double Static is a little unfortunate. I didn't really want to, but I might have got the safety here. War Chefs usually. There it is. I will probably Mystic Static that, in all likelihood. Triple Static, Nightmare Hand.
Strength and grace, beauty in the play.
I mean, what can static actually draw me here that makes a difference? Staticking the Laurent Protege here fucking sucks, because it just gets healed for the 1 anyway. So I should, like, just Mystic Shot the War Chef to set it up, and then open static next turn, probably, to kill it for Bannerman. Seems like the play. If I static now, I could draw Jury Rig, but that doesn't really give me a good line. I could also play Ezreal after, but I actually don't want to Ezreal this early. I just want to brick out Bannerman. I'll just Mystic Shot this. It's just kind of the easy play, I think. I don't know. We can just play like the full control route. But yeah, this is kind of the problem here. I guess you could have done a weird Mystic Shot Guillotine. I think that would have made literally no sense. Playing Ezreal here, I think, is really dumb. Honestly, I might fucking guillotine this Protege if the Bannerman comes down. Bannerman's fucking scary, dude. What do you do against that shit? Like, 1 buff and it still feels good. Have to do this. I'd love to see a barrier here. Nope. Barrier probably would have meant he doesn't have Bannerman. Am I guillotining? This is the pause of someone who has Bannerman and is just wondering what the best way to get Bannerman value is. So he'll probably open Bannerman on the Zed, which gives me a really good sentry. His Bannerman will boost his Laurent Protege to the range where sentry plus Static Shock will have to be the way we kill it. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I can guillotine later. There's no rush. Passing here is pretty easy. If he open attacks, he actually has some pretty sick damage, but I actually have double Static Shock, and he doesn't have Bannerman. Now, Purify is really, really brickable here. God, that open attack is scary, honestly. I actually kind of would have preferred him playing Bannerman. This open attack could mean a lot of different things. Like, he's between a lot of tricks. It's like Radiant Strike will kind of fuck me, and there's nothing I can really do about that. Purify might be used on Shadow. There's a consideration to literally Static Shock both Zeds just to beat Purify. Single combat's bricked. I think we can brick Purify really hard here in his hand. I think I actually will Static Shock both Zed and the clone. I mean, it loses to Radiant Strike, and that's kind of about it. Pretty good Radiant Strike. Going for the clone means we stop the Zed from leveling up as well, which is kind of nice. Might not end up mattering. Ezreal's taking a pretty early flip, which is neat. And he doesn't really have good answers to Ezreal. So the logic there is basically he's running a deck with 3 Purify, and Purify is a very, very brickable card here. I mean, I guess he can take the stun off of Sentry, but that's kind of about it. He's only got 2 Radiant Strike. Turn 5 Ezreal level. Yeah. It's pretty funny, honestly. It's pretty sad because I actually sort of feel like I can't play Ezreal until I'm more stable. Like, if he plays like a Cytherea here, I can feel a little screwed. I mostly have to guarantee that his Zed dies this turn, I think. That's kind of the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, I probably just Ezreal. He has decent odds for single combat. And he actually could be on Bannerman still. Bannerman into single combat will kind of fuck the Ezreal. I will have a retaliation of, like, get excited, but then I can't use the Mystic Shot. I probably have to play the Ezreal now, right? I don't know. I think, like, there's a weird double guillotine play that could have made sense. I don't actually mind if he has, like, a weird hand and kills this Ezreal, I think. But yeah, I think we're in a pretty awkward spot.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
So if he had single combat, God, would you not have? If you had single combat, would you actually not use it there? Turn 5 Ezreal's really bad. It's a little early. I mean, this guy could run over us, but we have Guillotine. Get excited. I think Shadow Shift is kind of a meme play, right?
Don't look right.
Like, now he has to develop the Zed, doesn't he? It stops 2 damage from face. Purify. I don't know. Without the Zed attack, I think you end up losing a decent bit of value. I think it's going to be kind of hard for him to threaten me on the open attack. If he has Relentless Pursuit, he has to develop Zed into Sentry here. He's all over Relentless Pursuit right now. Do you keep Relentless Pursuit in opening hand against this deck? Would you ever? I think I would never keep Relentless Pursuit. I mean, it's a 3-up so that you can mulligan it and draw it later, right? That's the whole point.
Soldier, to me.
I mean, I can kill the Zed when he plays it before it attacks anyway, so this Sentry here is just pretty easy. And we just want to stop, I guess, the biggest thing, right? Is Sentry actually better than House Spider? I guess Sentrying Zed is more value. So House Spider now is kind of better.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
I mean, if he's not playing Zed, I'm not worried, right?
I demand satisfaction. Fair.
You basically are down to 1 line here. Could be on Relentless Pursuit now. I mean, Relentless Pursuit beats me no matter what I do, right? I think there's no way to beat Relentless Pursuit. I mean, Sentry... Would Sentry have beaten it? Sentry would have been, I guess, a bit better versus it. But yeah, I think I lose to that Relentless Pursuit hand. I think there's kind of no way of beating that. I have to hope he basically doesn't have a hand. But yeah, it's often a Relentless Pursuit. He's often good here. Yeah, there it is. Takes a single combat. And that basically takes out the Ezreal.
No way!
I mean, his board is pretty wide here. It's kind of a scary board. It's going to be pretty hard to survive this open attack. I mean, we won't have Progress Day, right? I think we can never have Progress Day. So it's always Chungus. I just don't think we can be stable here.
There's a chill in the air.
Lucian's a pretty decent top deck. I mean, he'll never develop into the Sentry, so we'll probably just rummage here, the 2 clouds, and then just play the Sentry as a blocker, and then just hope we hit enough fast speed removals. I mean, the nuts would be stuff like Mystic Shots, right? Yeah, I mean, Get Excited gets work done here. He's always open attacking, so we've got 2 blockers plus Get Excited. I mean, he'll play the Zed here. If I pass and he plays Zed, then we've got Get Excited plus a top deck. Discarding the other Guillotine was probably a mistake. Should have discarded like Progress Day or something. Yeah. That was bad. That was bad. And I'm letting him play Zed by Sentrying now. It's not like it really matters. If we hadn't discarded the Guillotine, I think we won that.
Do not be
I mean, attacking with Chump Womp loses value and get excited, right? Slightly awkward opening hand here, but
Honor guide me.
definitely a little awkward. So we kill those two. We're gonna need to rummage here, right? And you need to hit Mystic Shot. I think that's your only out, right? But yeah, discarding the second, God, what's it called? Wait, what is it actually called? Noxian Guillotine. Discarding the second Noxian Guillotine, I think, lost us this. Hard misplays. What else would you consider a misplay there?
Fatality.
Discarding a guillotine when he has 2 units. I think like taking the sentry over the house spotter might have been better as well in that spot, just because you could be on Relentless Pursuit. I'll go first with Ezreal, I think. But yeah, we can definitely play to stabilize there. We got pretty lucky that he didn't have Relentless Pursuit, but not playing to that out lost us that. We had pretty good alternative discards.
Round 2. Fight.
Double Mystic doesn't really do a ton here. I don't know how good is single Mystic either. It beats a Brightsteel Protector. I mean, killing a Protector is pretty nice. I don't know. Keeping Static Shock might just be a little trolly. I feel a lot more open to keep it in this version of Ezreal. It's like, it's all about kind of flipping Ezreal faster, and usually against Demacia.
Smell that?
The way I prefer playing against them is just keep their board short. Might just get excited that. I mean, it's a massive trade down. It's like 1 mana and 1 card, but it's War Chefs. I mean, it has to be trolly to get excited at that, but no. I mean, when he develops for the attack, we have Sentry. It's like you probably Thermo Beam that, but get excited it is just too much. It's just too silly. So turn 3 plays are pretty often gonna be LoR and Protege. He could have repost as an option. If I play Draven and he skips, it's usually a repost. I might skip my attack at that point. I'm gonna have to Draven here. If he saves for repost, I can like burn his mana a bit. If he uses like Brightsteel Protector, wow, he skipped. God, that has to be a repost, or of course, you know, some kind of weird bluff. I don't think that bluff is really worth it though. I don't know. I mean, against reposts, we just Mystic Shot and we're good, right? So it's silly to not attack here. What the heck? I mean, it can't be a unit. That's just a weird pass. Does he actually just not have a hand? That pass just can't make sense. Because he has to know he's not good to repost here. So, and you wouldn't, there's no reason to play a unit afterward. So he's just bricked out. Okay. So now my Get Excited looks a bit better. If he actually does have repost, I actually kind of don't mind trading Get Excited for repost. It like starves his mana, which is kind of nice. He doesn't really have good counterplay to this Get Excited, and we're discarding something kind of valueless here. His odds of being on Bannerman are quite high. I don't know, I really like bricking Bannerman. I'm pretty happy if he has like repost here. Should be fine. It's like he doesn't really have great counters to this outside of that, so it's a decent trade for me. Like we still got the target off, he's down an extra point of mana, which is fairly big. It means like he can't keep any mana up for tricks on the Bannerman turn, which is kind of nice.
A symbol worth fighting for.
So now I've got a super premium sentry into the War Chefs. I think he has a really hard time attacking with Bannerman there. Nah, he could still take an attack. Yeah, I mean, sentry into War Chefs is still good. Would I be interested in blocking that Bannerman? Probably. Block setup for Static Shock, right? I don't need to use like Spinning Axe or anything weird.
Fall to our standard.
I'm pretty happy to set up this Static Shock. I don't know, he's on a clumped up hand. He actually might be on like a rare 2 Bannerman hand or something like that. I kind of don't mind just opening with Static Shock. I really just like keeping their board narrow, man. Keeping their board narrow just feels so good. I don't like Spinning Axing now. I think it's trolly. I mostly want to be rummaging it away anyway. Should have got excited on turn 2, but then I would have had to discard a bit more of a valuable card, I think. It's a big enough deal. I don't know. This is a pretty decent Static Shock. It also kind of like potentially allows Draven to attack. We're floating 2 mana. Yeah, I just want to keep this board fucking narrow, man. The way he's playing, normally you kind of don't offer a huge amount of respect to second Bannerman, but he's got a clumped up hand. His odds of being on 2 Bannermans is a bit higher. It's like pretty close to 40% right now.
For king and country.
Look, everyone.
Attack and static here.
Call.
Oh, he can't block this. I mean, he can't block this attack either way, right?
Watch and learn.
That's the thing about Draven, baby. You can never block him. It's crazy. His open attack is a little scary here. I'm pretty comfortable with early House Spider. I mean, stopping his open attack gives us like a premium sentry. So as long as we're devaluing his open attack, I'm pretty happy. House Spider looks pretty sweet here. Looks good. We need to find our 2 guillotines. Yeah, we're gonna want to rummage these pretty soon.
Sizzle. Can't fight on an
I mean, we could have guillotine right now. I'll Blade's Edge if he has the repost again. He's probably more likely to do it if I
This is gonna
Draven.
hurt for you.
I mean, repost is the only answer, right? Some weird detain. Doesn't really do much. Single combat. Yeah, I mean, we're technically slightly more likely to bait him into reposting if I put the Draven as a safety blocker here. Probably doesn't matter, because I doubt he has that card in his hand. He's already used one anyway. I guess the one thing is, like, by taking the Get Excited there, it means we can't find Guillotine this turn. I think that's fine, though. I don't think that's an issue. I'm pretty happy to chill here. Chilling here looks pretty great. I mean, I'm just in full chill mode. Ezreal's 5 out of 8. I feel fine. I mean, he can never block Draven, so Draven's just gonna get another attack in, which is, you know, just amazing. That's so unfair, dude. Draven's so fucking crazy, man. It's like, you just can't do shit. He just gets free fucking draws every turn. Top deck the nuts.
Do this.
good player we are. I mean, there's no counterplay to this. We just fucking attack. Right? You can't attack. You can't block, dude. Exactly. I think that deck has literally no answer to Noxian Guillotine, right? I mean, I could just double Guillotine right now, honestly. That might not be terrible. Nah, that is terrible. That's really awful, actually. How many open attacks? I usually have Guillotine after. I'll just take the Rummage. I could just damage the Lancer, maybe? Damaging Lancer as setup is pretty good. I just Blades Edge the Lancer. You know, a hot take? I think I actually Mystic Shot it. I think I need to be more mana efficient. Blades Edge is always going to set up like Guillotine or... that's interesting. I think Blades Edge is better than Mystic Shot here. Mana efficiency, baby. I mean, I'll just double Nox in next turn. He literally can't stop it. Can we triple Nox? Yeah, we can triple Nox with like a Blade's Edge on the Rekindler. That will kill the Garen twice. I don't really care if he levels up. So he'll open attack for Rekindler. I block with Spider, Guillotine this, and then I Guillotine the Garen, and then he Rekindlers, and then I Guillotine a third time. So he has to Rekindler the turn after. He could Rekindler after. I guess I have the other Guillotine. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could be in a sort of nasty situation if we don't draw Ezreal anytime, like, reasonably soon. That could definitely feel a little awkward. Gotta be an open attack here. Open attack, keep Rekindler alive. Goes for a Bannerman. Pretty happy to Sentry. Not Sentry. Pretty happy to just stop the Garen from leveling. I kind of want to Guillotine this turn though, right? Maybe I want the Garen to die. I mean, I have to put him on Rekindler. Earlier Guillotine is also earlier Rekindler. I don't know, do I need to keep Draven alive? Yeah, maybe I needed to Sentry the Challenger. Keeping Draven alive on this board isn't really important. I don't really need to flip Ezreal either. I don't know, I have 2 Guillotines. That's kind of a close one. I definitely might have needed to keep Draven alive. Draven sort of gives you a bit of an alt win con. I kind of don't mind moving in with a really aggressive Thermo Beam right now on Garen. He doesn't have Rekindler this turn. We can kill his Garen infinite times, I think. It gets countered by Repost, but it's not a hard counter since we've got second Thermo Beam anyway. I'm not doing anything with this mana. Even reserving next turn is doing nothing. I just need to slow him down as much as possible. Honestly, maybe I'll just Mystic Shot the Bannerman. I don't know, Bannerman's so devalued because of Guillotine, though. I think I definitely misplayed something in these turns. I'm not sure exactly how I was supposed to play it. That's fine. Okay, that's good. So without banking mana, I can't triple guillotine. Man, do I just open pass? If I kill the Garen with Thermo Beam again, this time his Rekindler will just find a little too much value. If I can force the Rekindler a turn later, maybe I could be good. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely on a clock to draw our Ezreal.
We arrived as soon as we could. Good to fight by your side.
I think I just double guillotine now. I just kill both of these. Kind of has to be the play. The one weakness is like reducing Ezreal's efficacy as an out, which maybe you don't want to be doing. It's a really weird position. Stunning the Bannerman was a misplay. If he open attacks, I'm taking 4 damage, but I'm being a lot more guillotine efficient. Dude, I think I just killed the Garen now. He'll Rekindler, and then we'll Blades Edge guillotine for a 3 guillotine turn. Like, Thermo is the weakest card on my hand by far. Wow, he drew all 3? I get some value there. Stopping the Garen from leveling, I think doesn't do very much. Can't really play around the 3rd repost. I mean, Thermo Beam and Banked Mana are both kind of valueless right now. That's the thing. I mean, I can do like a double guillotine here. It's pretty expensive. I think I'm better off just chilling for the Garen. Not looking good. I mean, we have a few more turns to draw our Ezreal. But yeah, I mean, not drawing Ezreal is pretty painful here. He has single combat as a way to kill his own unit. I think he's used 0 single combat. You'd have to, like... I'm single combating his own unit is really inefficient. I think I don't mind this, honestly. I think I need to keep the guillotine here. But this will fizzle, right? Because if I let it happen, I won't get the echo effect on Noxian Guillotine. So I kind of have to do this, don't I? I think killing the Garen is a little too valuable here. It slows him down a decent amount. It'll level the Garen, and there's nothing we can do about that. Leveling the Garen, I mean, it's pretty likely he has 2nd Garen in hand, if not Rekindler. Let's see. I mean, we have to put him on single combat. We have to open ourselves to the Ezreal or Progress Day into Ezreal top deck. So if I use 2 Blades Edge, we sort of lose our win condition. I think I just jump and chill. Double Blades Edge instead of 2nd Guillotine. I mean, Blades Edge is going to be largely my win condition here, I think. I don't know. I mean, I could devalue the win condition of Progress Day. The problem with Blades Edging this is that... I mean, he almost certainly has a 2nd Garen in his hands. I don't think we can stop the Garen coming down. Like, his hand is extremely readable here, guys. It's like almost certainly single combat plus Garen. He might not have Rekindler because of how he's playing. It's so easy for him to be on multiple Garens. And like, if I Blades Edge and Noxian Guillotine, then even Ezreal top deck doesn't get us there anymore. I'm pretty happy to chill. I don't know. I think we're pretty low odds here no matter what. Feels pretty bad. I mean, if we don't draw Ezreal, we can't win.
Honor guide me.
We've got Ezreal and Progress Day as outs if we just chill, right?
Protect and strike.
I think you're fucked. I mean, we're still okay if we draw Ezreal Progress. We've got 2 draws here. It's like... we're just extending our win condition as far as we can here. Not really anything else we can do, right?
Be Demacia.
Okay, we're on our last draw, I guess. Dude, this is so fucking sad. How the fuck? Down to 17 cards left.
Stay resolute.
Guess he got us. Oh well. I don't know. I understand that a lot of you guys think that some of those are misplays. I can literally guarantee you he has second Garen in his hand. I think we played for really good odds. I don't think there's anything else we can do here, though. It's like, if Ezreal isn't in the top 24 of our deck, we're just going to lose here. I mean, I definitely couldn't have killed the Garen. There might have been some earlier spots that was a misplay. Possibly. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else we can do here. Not drawing Ezreal is pretty sad.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform?
You're alive still? I am until he open attacks me.
Eat up, friend.
I have to debate him with my Shen emotes. I have to make him think I have nothing. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's no, I mean, Ezreal's not a top deck anymore. He's got open attack. I've used both my jury rigs. There's no top deck here, right? I'm running the 2 jury rig version. I guess I start mushrooming. That can technically win me the game.
Press on.
Block the open attack. I mean, I can before the single combats. Guys, we literally know what his hand is right now. We know he has a single combat, and we know he has a second Garen. We know those both as facts. He has a 5-card hand that he's not playing. There's literally only like 5 cards in his entire deck that he would be saving for this long.
Your arrogance will prove your downfall.
Man, are you always like this?
Yo, what if I attack with Draven here? Ooh! A smart player would literally always block me with Garen. Any self-respecting player would do that. Maybe this player has no self-respect, though.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Keep their ranks! Hardly fair.
Yeah, this is why this deck has to run 3 progress days. For anybody who thinks 3 progress days are weird, this game is the exact reason why. That kind of sucks. I think we're quite ahead all game. Oh well. Well, except for maybe like this last turn. Until we progress stayed and drew nothing, we were even to that moment. I think we were ahead. Yeah, oh well. Here, let me be right back.
Fatality.
Okay, so we get knocked to the losers bracket here. So we're 2-1. I think I'm pretty fine with that. We misplayed the first game against this guy. I don't know. I think I played that well. There might have been like 1 or 2 minor spot calls you can do differently. It wouldn't have mattered in this case, and that's a might. I know that some of you guys think it's a misplay to not kill the Garen. I'm pretty sure killing the Garen there is always wrong. I'm not saying I played that perfectly. I think if you look through that game with a magnifying glass, you could definitely find like 1 or 2 spot decisions that are minorly suboptimal. I think like letting our Draven die might have been wrong, for example, for sure. But definitely not killing the Garen. You can't kill Garen there. It's just terrible. Here, we'll give him a GG because we lost. And then if he wants to, he can GG us back.